Well, good morning and welcome back. Well, it's welcome back for me. I know you haven't been anywhere. Where have I been? Well, I've been working. I've had a bit of a temporary job for a bit and I've had a little pup to look after, so I've not really been out very much. So apologies I haven't posted much recently. This is like, I've had 2 attempts to try and do a comeback video and both of them failed quite miserably because when I got back I looked at the images and went, that ain't happening. I'm not putting that out as a comeback video. That's rubbish. So hopefully today will be a bit better. Today, one of those, I'm going to chuck all my eggs in one basket type shot. I'm going up a steep hill, a mountain in the Lake District, not too far from where I live. There's forecast mist everywhere. And on the way through here, I've had mist, rain, clear skies and a bit of sleet. So I've had a bit of everything, but there is quite a lot of mist dotted about. So I'm hoping if I go high, and that is the plan this morning, I might get some sort of a nice bit of mist in the valleys. I went up this hill last summer with a mate of mine, Ed, and I remember thinking at the time, this could be one of the best viewpoints I've seen in the Lake District. So that's just a bit of a teaser for you. It is a fantastic viewpoint. And I'm hoping if you have a mist in the valleys, there's a lot of peaks you can see from where I'm going to be at. It might look quite mint, particularly if you get a bit of, I can see some stars, I can see the moon. So hopefully get above the mist line and, a nice colourful sunrise. Could be very spectacular. But I've got quite a bit of hiking in the dark to do, so it's going to take me probably an hour and a half to get where I need to be, so a bit of effort required. Not been out on the hills that much recently, so I try to build a bit of strength up in my legs. So we'll get the dog sorted, just having some breakfast at the minute, then we'll set off, get the head torch on, and we'll see you on the way up and hopefully get a gauge as to what it's going to look like. This might be the 3rd one that's combined to the bin. Let's see. That first drag up is a steep pull. What you can't see down there is there is quite a bit of mist in the valley. I know it doesn't look like it nearest to me, but certainly a bit further away there is. I can see enough to keep me encouraged anyway. And you can see that we've got a moon, so we can see through the clouds, and there's some stars knocking about. So that's all quite encouraging, really. I've done the first steep pull out of the car park, which is quite tricky. Now we've got a little bit of a respite before we start the proper climb. Right, I've just stopped on this little plateau, partly because I want to rest, because it's really steep coming up there. But secondly, because I want to try a shot. It's dark, there's still a few stars about. You can probably see some lights down there. And there's some nice cars coming through the fog, mist. You can't probably pick the mist up, but the camera will, hopefully. So I'm just going to try a shot in the dark with loads of cars coming along the A66 and just see what it looks like. You can see it's just starting to get a little bit light. We're sort of approaching the blue hour, probably over halfway up and maybe just about halfway. Sorry for the panting, but I am proper out of fitness. Right, I'll get the camera out, set this up and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. You can probably see the town slightly out of focus there. It's like a little bit of light coming in the top, which is probably quite difficult to pick out. So I'll try and let's have a look at this, see what this looks like in the back of the camera. You can see the mist there. There's like a light trail of the cars going along the A66. In fact, there's just another load of cars coming there, so I'll try again. So I'm shooting at f8, 30 seconds with an ISO of 800. For those interested in such things, yes. So very difficult to pick out the mist on this camera, but trust me, there is quite a bit down there, and I think it runs right along Bassenthwaite, which gives you a bit of a clue to where I might be at. But yeah, see if you can guess. I can see a head torch up on one of the other hills, so obviously somebody else has had the same idea. Let's have a look at that one, see what that looks like. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. You see the light trail come right through the middle. Sorry, it's struggling to focus, but yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. Right, I've got my breath back now. That was well worth a little stop. Let's get a move on. The decision I'm trying to wrestle with is, do I go to the top and risk being clagged in, or do I feel fairly safe and just come up to this little peninsula up here, looking down on this, which is a cast iron shot. I'm going to blame Michael Shainblum for my answer to this, because I've been massively inspired by his time-lapse films, and particularly those around fog. So I've actually been working on a time-lapse project over winter, and I want to include in that some nice lovely time-lapse of the rippling fog moving. He's had some brilliant stuff over San Francisco. If you've never checked his YouTube channel out, an absolutely fantastic photographer, Michael Shainblum, and a fantastic time-lapse photographer. So for me, I don't want to go to the top and risk being clagged in. I don't want to miss a nice sunrise if there is any. It's fairly cloudy, so I'm going to play it safe, come to this peak up here, guaranteed decent shot, and hopefully I'll be able to get some nice time-lapse stuff with the mist rolling about in the valleys. That's my decision, and I'm sticking to it. Well, until I get up there I am anyway. Yeah. The problem with having only one main camera is that once you set a time-lapse off running, you're a bit snookered. So I'm just hanging about now. Very tempting sometimes when you see a shot down in the mist, like some trees start poking out, to stop your time lapse, get the long lens out and try and knock one off. But I'm hoping to get a second camera body. I've got an infrared camera, but that's obviously just shooting black and white. You can see I've got this running at the minute. It does look class down there. I want to show the mist moving, and then also the clouds moving above it. Should be quite nice. Not quite sure whether they're moving in the same direction, but the mist is definitely moving a fair bit, because things are starting to poke out that weren't out before, so it should be quite good, this. Should. You see, we've got a bit of colour now, and I've just picked the long lens out and just starting to pick a few details out down in the valley now as the mist starts to break up a bit. It's looking quite nice. It's actually starting to clear a bit behind me as well, so just debating whether to continue up, but my gut feeling is to head down to this ridge down below me here and start shooting some shots into the mist as the sun hopefully starts to poke through over there. If we get a bit of light across this, it'd be absolutely gorgeous. And I think that ridge there down below us will afford some really nice views into the mist. So I think I'm going to go down rather than up. Yes, that's the decision. Let's go with it. It's looking absolute class at the minute. And just see over here, we've got a flash of light just coming through the clouds, just lighting up some clouds just over there. If we could just light it up down here, it'd be absolutely spectacular. It's already pretty decent with all these trees poking out of the mist here. Looks lovely. We've got a few minimal shots here. You can see it's a little bit of light around here. But if it just puts a flash of light across this, I'll tell you what, this will be absolutely spondecking, as Mally would say. Well, you can see by my shiny baldy head that the sun is out well and truly now, and it's beaming down lovely into this mist behind me. It's coming and going, and I've got another time lapse running here just to try and show that rolling fog and mist the way it's rolling in. It's amazing, really. It's coming in really high again behind me here, look. Looking down Borrowdale looks pretty mint at the minute. I've got some sun rays going down over Castle Crag that it's tempting to get down into King's How, into this mist. Let me show you this here. Rolling up the valley. You can see it rolling down here, look. Proper sweeping in. Yeah, so as I often say in these conditions, if you can shoot above them to start with and shoot down into the mist, brilliant. And then if you have time and it stays about long enough, get yourself down into it, which is going to be my plan, I think. Looks like it's here to stay for a bit. Just before I finish this video, I would like to say a quick hi to Rhiannon, one of my loyal subscribers, lives down in South Wales. A bit poorly at the minute, and at home my mate Alison's going down to look after her. So keep your chin up, kid. Hopefully the video made you smile, and hopefully before too long you'll see me down in South Wales on a visit with the camera. So look after yourself, kid, and make sure Alison looks after you. Right folks, believe it or not, it's nearly lunchtime and there is still a bit of mist about, but hunger calls. So I'm probably going to call it a day. Hope you've enjoyed that this morning. It's been quite a long time since I posted a video, so hopefully coming back with a half decent one should spur me on to get myself out again this week. I've got now stopped working. I've been doing a bit of contract work now. That's stopped for a while. I've got quite a bit of time on my hands, so I should be able to get out a bit more. If you like what you've seen, hit the like button, really appreciate that. Until next time folks, we'll see you later.